Yes, sir.
Who discovered this tobacco mosaic virus? Who discovered?
W.M. Stanley.
No. Anybody? W.M. Stanley crystallized this disease, my dear friends. Crystallized this virus. This virus discovered by Ivanovsky, Russian physiologist, Ivanovsky. Okay. So, why this tobacco mosaic virus is important? So, this is a model, tobacco mosaic virus is one of the most important model to learn the relationship between the host and pathogen, like virus and host plants. Am I right? Tobacco mosaic virus is discovered by Ivanovsky. Tobacco mosaic virus is going to discuss that is the most important for the relation between the host and pathogen. First virus is the tobacco mosaic virus. For the first virus is discovered by Ivanovsky. The virus is tobacco mosaic virus. Okay, and this tobacco mosaic virus, we are going to discuss about what are the properties and which type of symptoms we are observed on the plants or observed on the symptoms surface of the leaves, the host plants. Okay, general tobacco mosaic virus, tobacco plant belongs to which family? Anybody? Tobacco mosaic plant, tobacco plants belongs to which? Huh?
Solanaceae.
Very good. Everyone cheppindi, very good. So Solanaceae family. So Solanaceae family members, along with tobacco, some of the other plants is also going to affect this disease, or going to this virus affected by this affected this virus, tobacco mosaic virus. So the tobacco mosaic virus is the genetic material in this tobacco mosaic virus. Genetic material is anybody?
RNA.
Very good. That is single stranded RNA, my dear friends. Generally, viruses does not possess RNA and DNA, but any one, either RNA or DNA, act as a genetic material. So this is the rod shape. So so this is RNA, single stranded RNA, genetic material. So this RNA is so see here, this is the RNA. So this RNA is present in the center core, and the remaining these external appearances are, this is the coat. Which coat? This coat is made up of which coat? Protein. What we can say? Protein coat never pills. Capsid. What we can say that?
Capsule.
Capsid is protein coat. So capsid, in this capsid, a number of subunits are present. So in this capsid, number of subunits we can call as capsomeres. So in 19th century, late 19th century, this virus has discovered in which country? Russia. So this virus is named tobacco mosaic virus as name given by Martinus Beijerinck. And this virus is crystallized by W.M. Stanley. And he got the Nobel Prize, He got the Nobel Prize. In this image belongs to which scientist? Which scientist?
W.M. Stanley.
W.M. Stanley. So the tobacco mosaic virus, the genus is tobacco mosaic virus. How many members we have? 15 members. 15. And this is the naked and rigid rod-shaped, virus. Rod-shaped virus. And my dear friends, this is not segmented. The genetic material is single stranded RNA. ssRNA means? Single stranded RNA. And my dear friends, according to ICTV, ICTV. ICTV means? ICTV means? ICTV. Anybody? You have already studied, you know. Virus. You have not studied? Okay. Next class we will, you should tell me. The no family assignation by ICTV. Okay. So the description of this molecule or this tobacco mosaic virus, that is TMA has one strand, that is single strand RNA. In this image shown which color?
Sir, ICT means International Code for Tobacco Virus.
Anybody? Not.
Means I don't know, sir. Just I'm guessing that ICTV means International Code for Tobacco Virus.
No, ma, that is wrong answer. Better you tell me tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
International Committee for Taxonomy and Viruses.
this is right answer, my dear friends. International Committee on Taxonomy of Virus. Okay, so this RNA is wrapped with stacks of protein. That protein coat we can call as capsid. This capsid consists how many copies? 2,130 copies. The 2,130 copies we can call as capsomeres. Okay. So protein coat consists how many capsomeres? 2,130 capsomeres. They are arranged in spiral manner. And even though the RNA strand is encoded in 4 proteins, transporting the RNA from cell to cell and allow the virus to spread. And 17 subunits surround the RNA in red. See here. This is the RNA, which is situated in the center core parts. So RNA is located in the groove of the protein, wedged between them. See here, this is the red color region. And 3 nucleotides bind each protein subunit. So how many protein subunits are present? 2,130. 2,130 subunits are the protein subunits are there. So each subunit, 130 subunits. So each subunit consists of how many nucleotides? 3. 2,130 into 3. How many? Total, how many nucleotides are present in this structure? Okay. Then, so the bright red dots are the acidic amino acids. See here in this structure. So these bright red color regions are there now. So these are acidic amino acids. These are all amino acids. And they help to break up the virus inside affected cells. So what is the function of this red colored acidic amino acids? Which is help to break up the virus inside affected cells. And the mixing of the RNA with capsid proteins creates a functional virus. So this the entire structure is acted as a functional virus. So in this process, we are observed 2 steps created in this process. Number 1, step 1. Number 2, step. So number 1, the protein form into 2-layer disc. Okay, in that RNA fills the hole at the center, causing the proteins to form into ring, eventually cover the RNA. The second, RNA is ensured to being packed into viruses with its need for an initiation sequence. And this is the structure, you know. And what is the diameter of this RNA, and what is the diameter of this the entire structure? See here, this is the center core, you know. So the center core is 2 nanometer. How many nanometers? 2 nanometer. And the diameter of the virus from the capsid to the entire the surface, 1800 nanometers. Sorry, 18 nanometers. 18 nanometers. And which type of symmetry we are observed in this structure? Helical symmetry. Rod-shaped virus, and the symmetry is helical symmetry, and the length of this RNA or the genome is 30 nanometers. 30 nanometers. And these are the non-core protein, non-core protein, that we can say that these are the subunits, the subunits we can call as capsomeres. Capsomeres. And viruses are entry through the abortion of plant tissue inside cell associated with ER, endoplasmic reticulum, and spontaneous release of few capsid, that is the subunits 5 prime end to the genome is uncovered, and host ribosome attaches to viral RNA, moves down, displacing. Then the ribosome meets start codon. They translate first two proteins, that is 126K and 183K. While uncoating continues, co-translational disassembly. See here, this is 126K and 183K. That they are used viral RNA as template to make full-length complementary strand, that is RNA. So this is about the structure of the virus. And what is the host plant? Which type of symptoms we are observed on the surface of the tobacco mosaic disease? See here, this is the tobacco plant, tobacco plant. So tobacco plant belongs to Solanaceae family. The symptoms we are observed. See here, this is the chlorosis. Chlorosis means discoloration, or the green color is going to turn it into yellow color. That we can call as chlorosis. The second one is the stunting. Stunting means the growth period is stopped, or the plant is unable to grow rapidly. The growth is stopped. They are unable to grow. That growth we can call a stunted growth or stunting. Then necrosis symptoms you are observed on the surface of the plant leaf, So this leaf is going to necrosis. Necrosis means the tissue is going to die or decay, whether the mesophyll tissue or any other tissues. But in this slide, the mesophyll tissue of the leaf lamina is going to die or decay. That we can call as necrosis symptoms we are observed in this slide. And what are the infections we are observed in this tobacco plant? See here, the tobacco leaf is normal leaf is showing the healthy leaf, Normal leaf means healthy leaf. Healthy leaf is green color. There are no patches we are observed on the surface of the leaf. But see here, this is the infected leaf. Tobacco mosaic infected leaf. This is this one. And the patches, the light green and the yellow green and yellowish color, we are observed on the veins and even the leaf lamina. The entire leaf lamina is going to be affected by this tobacco mosaic virus. So this, what is the meaning of mosaic? Anybody knows about the mosaic? Mosaic means mosaic. Mosaic means number of patches or different colors, colored patches we are observed on the affected area. So that we can call as mosaic. So TME is so stable, it can survive in cigars for years made from infected tobacco leaves. The coat of proteins around the RNA strand protect it from any enzyme trying to kill it. But in order to TMV to spread, it has released its coat of proteins for the RNA to enter a cell. The proteins situated outside the cell repel against each other. This allows the cell to release RNA back into the coat of proteins to spread again and again. So see here, this is a healthy plant or diseased plant. Anybody can tell? This is healthy plant or
Diseased.
diseased plant? Healthy or diseased?
Diseased plant.
Spots on the leaf, sir.
Yes, that's why what we can say. What is the
Affected.
conclusion? This is healthy or diseased
This
plant?
is plant.
Diseased plants.
Remember, my dear friends, diseased plant should be looks like a beautiful appearances compared to healthy plant leaf or healthy leaf. Affected leaf should be colored or colorful. Okay, so that's why the patches or the spots we are observed on the surface of the leaf. So that's why this plant is affected leaf. So in this slide, what you observe? This is affected leaf or healthy leaf?
Affected leaf.
Yes, very good, my dear friends. See here, these are the lesions we are observed on the surface of the leaf. So that's why this is also affected leaf. And what we can say that this is affected leaf or healthy leaf?
Healthy leaf.
Exactly, very good, my dear friends. Healthy leaf. So Nicotiana tobacum is the scientific name of this tobacco. It is belongs to Solanaceae family. And along with this Nicotiana tobacum, some other 9 plants also. 9 plants, not only plants, 9 families is also affected by this virus. Okay. So this is the healthy leaf, and this is the diseased leaf, Okay. Then what you observed in this slides? Anybody? Other plants. This plant belongs
Other
to
plants which are also affected by tobacco mosaic virus.
Very good, very good. And this plant belongs to this is what? What is the name of this plant? The first image.
Chili,
Tomato.
sir.
Tomato. Very good. Tomato. Then below this image belongs to this one. Chili, mirchi, capsicum. This is belong to capsicum proteins. This is Lycopersicum esculentum. This both of these belongs to Solanaceae family. So Solanaceae members, they are more affected compared to other 9 families members. And you should study the new contemporary updated information in articles or reviewed articles, and peer-reviewed articles is also available in Google or internet. You should follow the this updated information, my dear friends. This entire disease, my dear friends, remember it is continuously growing and spread out very, very rapidly, my dear friends. Remember, so that's why you should know the updated information from internet or online. So this article is published in 2001. This is published in 2001, published by Karen Beth G. Slath, okay, Texas University. This article related to in our tobacco mosaic virus, okay, and mosaic disease. So in this, the introduction or the introduction about this article belongs to Martinus Beisering, Martinus Beisering, who name given this virus, or who coined the name this virus. So it belongs to belongs to microbiologist and the technical university at Delft, okay, Netherlands. Belongs to Netherlands. And the next disease we are going to discuss here, that is which disease?
Rice tongue toe disease. Tongue toe
Rice
disease.
tungro. Very good. Rice tungro disease. Rice tungro. Sorry. See here. This is not T. This is R. So rice tungro disease. Tungro. So tungro means stunted growth. Tungro means
Stunted growth.
RTD means rice tungro bacilliform virus, that is RTBV, and the other casual organism rice tungro, that is RTSV. RTBV and RTSE, these are the two casual organisms for the cause of this rice tungro disease, RTD. RTD is caused by RTBV and RTSV. Am I right? Are you follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes, sir.
the infection occurs both the nursery, even though the main field. Then plant are markedly stunted. Okay. Stunted. Tungro means stunted. The leaves show yellow to orange discoloration and the interveinal chlorosis. Interveinal chlorosis. See here. So this is the leaf blade of the monocot plant or the paddy leaf. So young leaves are sometimes mottled, while rustly spots appear on the older leaves. Then at the time of tillering stage, tillering is reduced with poor root system and the panicle. Panicle, are you ever heard term panicle? Panicle is the inflorescence of paddy. Okay, inflorescence of paddy we can call as panicles. And not formed in very early infection, if formed remains small with few deformed and chaffy grains. Chaffy grains, have you ever heard term chaffy grains? Tappalu antaru chudandi, talipoyindi ledhu tappalu vachayi antaru chudandi, tappalu. Okay, so then how to identify this disease in our paddy field? So whether it is a bacterial blight or whether it is a rice tungro disease. So we have to check the presence of whether the leaf opers are present. Check whether the leaves for discoloration. Even though the discoloration begins from the leaf tip, the discoloration starts from leaf tip or not, and it extends downwards, extended to the downwards of the blade, leaf laminar blade, lower leaf portion also. And even the discoloration begins from the leaf tip, okay, and extends down to the blade or the lower portion. And this is the RTBV or RTSV. Are you follow? RTBV or RTSV. These are the virus, RTBV, rice tungro bacilliform virus, rice tungro spherical virus. These are the two casual organisms caused by this rice tungro disease, RTD. So these are the viruses, see here, these are the viruses. We are observing the ultra structure of this virus within the electron microscope. We are observed in the electron microscope. See here, this is the structure of this virus, rice tungro bacilliform virus. Am I clear? So this is the image and this is the colored image. And these are the grasshoppers, leaf hoppers or grasshoppers causes the transmission of these viruses. ఎప్పుడైనా చూసారా గడ్డి చిలుకలు అంటే తెలుసా మీకు? గడ్డి చిలుకలు, grasshoppers or leaf hoppers. Are you listen, my dear
Yes,
friends?
sir.
Leaf hoppers or grasshoppers, they are the main cause for the transmission of this virus from affected plants to the healthy plants of the crop field. And these are the vectors, these are the vectors we are observed in the crop fields of our paddy field. So the vectors are green leaf hopper. Green leaf hopper is the main cause for the transmission of these viruses. That is Nephotetrix and Virescens. And the next one, the Nephotetrix nigropictus and Nephotetrix malayanus and Nephotetrix parvus and Nephotetrix epicalis. So these are the vectors transmission of these viruses. My dear friends, remember, any virus not able to affect the healthy plants. without using of the vectors. If vectors are not there, viruses not affect any other plant, any other living organism, whether the main or human or animals or human beings, even the plants. So viruses should be transmitted through vectors only, not by themselves. Virus not themselves affect healthy plants or healthy organisms. It only transmitted through vectors. Whether the vectors belongs to animals, whether the vectors belongs to plants, whether the vectors belongs to non-living organism like water droplets, okay, like corona disease, and the pathogen, that is RTBV and RTSV, RTBV, rice tumor bacilliform virus, and rice tumor spherical virus. So, my dear friends, remember the rice tumor bacilliform capsid circular, the genome is double stranded DNA. Very, very important, my dear friends. At the same time, rice tumor spherical virus is single stranded RNA is a genome. So very, very important, my dear friends. RTBV consists double stranded DNA. dsDNA act as a genetic material, whereas RTSV, rice tumor spherical virus, which is present single stranded RNA, is act as a genetic material. Am I clear? So these are the pathogens. And the disease cycle, we are observing this rice tumor disease, mainly nephotetics, virescens, males, even though females, and some of the nymphs of the insects can transmit the disease. Entire crop yields. Okay, so grasshoppers. So the leafhoppers or grasshoppers are the main source for the casual transmission of this casual organism from affected plant to the healthy plants of the entire crop field. So both practices are transmitted semi-persistently in the vector. The particles are non-circulative and non-propagative. Plants infected with RTSV alone may be symptomless or exhibit only mild stunting. RTBV enhances the symptom caused by RTSV. So both are infected in the our paddy field. Okay. Then what is the management? How to control this rice tumor disease? So we are manage or adopt the management skills or management techniques. That is the number one, field sanitization or soil sanitization. Removal from the entire, and they grow disease tolerant cultivars like Pankari 203 and BM66 and BM68. What are these, my dear friends?
Resistant plants.
Yeah, disease resistant cultivars or disease resistant varieties. Pankari 203 and BM66 and BM68. These are the disease resistant varieties. And at the same time, Laticile and what we can say that Ambembohari 102 and Cambode 253. Cambode means Cambodia, IR 50 and Coimbatore varieties. Sivo means Coimbatore varieties. Sivo 48. So 45. These are the varieties, disease resistant varieties. So we should choose the seeds of the varieties, disease resistant varieties like Pankari and BM66 and 68 and Laticile and Amembohar 102 and Combo 253 and IR50 and CO 45. These are the disease resistant varieties we should use. And control the vectors in the nursery by application of the carbofuran capsules. Carbofuran gulikal antam manam. So these carbofuran capsules, 170 gram gram percent and 100 days after sowing the control hoppers. So for the control of the grasshoppers or leaf hoppers, we should use carbofuran capsules and spray phosphomidon 500 ml or monocrotophos 1 liter per hectare or 2 ml per liter along with or neem oil వేప నూనె అంటాం కదా neem oil 3% or NSKE 5% to control the vectors in the main field 15 and 38 days after transplanting. We should spray the neem oil or NSKE or monocrotophos for the control of the vectors. And even though set up light traps to monitor vector population. Have you ever heard term light trappers? Light trappers. Light trappers.
No,
So
sir.
in our crop field, we should use what we can say that ఒక బుట్టలు అంటాం మనం, లింగాకర్షక బుట్టలు అంటాం మనం. అందులో లైట్ పెట్టేసి ఏం చేస్తామంటే నైట్ పూట ఆ లైట్ పెట్టేసి లైట్ కు అట్రాక్ట్ అయ్యి ఆ హోపర్స్, లీఫ్ హోపర్స్ ఆర్ గ్రాస్ హోపర్స్, దే ఆర్ ట్రాప్డ్ బై దిస్ ఆ బుట్టలు ఏమంటాం మనం, లింగాకర్షక బుట్టలు అంటాం తెలుగులో. సో వెన్ వి ఆర్ యూజ్డ్ దట్స్ what we can say that light trappers. So that is the control methods. Okay, and this slide shows about the how to transmit the viruses through the vectors and how healthy plant going to affect by this virus and what are the symptoms we are observed in the crop and how to control the virus. So this image clearly shows, this slide clearly explains. Am I right? Self-explanatory, you know. See here, the round or spherical shaped RTSV and rod shaped viruses RTBV. Bacillus means rod shaped, you know, and these are spherical. So these viruses are transmitted by green leaf hopper or grasshoppers, you know. So this virus reaches to the healthy plant, healthy rice plant. Then this RF2A and RF2B are potentially other host factors. These are the host factors, you know. And even though the redistribution of host factors and altering expression of genes important for development and defense response. So these are the crop plants, and this is the controlled disease plant. How this is the height is compared to the infected rice plants or Chungro rice plants. So the height is varies from these infected plant to the normal plant or healthy plant. Am I right? So healthy plant is height is compared to infected plant is very larger, and the leaves are also very healthy and green in color. But the infected infected plant or infected leaves are going to discoloration or from tip of the leaf laminar blade to the disease symptoms or yellowish coloration is down towards the leaf petiole or the entire plants. So this is the life cycle of this rice Chungro disease. And these are the varieties, you know, resistant varieties where, you know, CO 48 and CB 01105, and this is the ADT 37. ADT 37. These are also the resistant varieties of the rice Chungro disease. Okay. So this is about today's topic. If you have any doubt, please ask me, my dear friends. These are the viral diseases, you know. Any disease? Any doubt?
No, sir.
So today what we have discussed in this topic, so viral diseases, number one, mosaic virus disease, and the second one is Rice-Tumro disease. So these are the two belongs to viral disease. And yesterday what we are discussed? Yesterday, angular leaf spot of cotton, bacterial disease, and along with that bacterial blight of paddy. So that is the bacterial disease, and these are viral diseases. So this is about the plant diseases we are discussed. If you have any doubt, please ask me, my dear friends.
No, sir.
Okay, so I will stop here, my dear friends. If you so tomorrow maybe class is whether which time is we will discuss, and our madam is going to intimate you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. I'm leaving, madam. I will leave from this class, my dear friends. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, my dear friends.